Hello, I'm Derek Townsend, and this is my IT 358 final project right now. I'm just going to go through the code and show you the AWS web service, showing that it's like functional. It does have some problems, but I can send so to start with, let's just look at the AWS side of it. So we have the poll session. It's modeled pretty much almost exactly like yours. It has the Classroom ID, got account, last updated, lost me count, unsure count, and then here are the versions and count being updated. The response, it has all this right here, the biggest loser, and the date, time, and stuff like that. And then you have each email, people responding to it, and all that stuff. So, oh yeah, I fixed this problem right here, the optional situation that was changed later, and it should work now. Uh, what else? Here's the response, like whenever the link, the API link for the item or for the classroom ID, or where is it, poll session. There it is. So when I reload, and it gives me the lost me count, and this is like I use this just to get all of the information from this function just gets the session count when you query like, okay, classroom ID is this, so give me this, and it's pretty straightforward for that. 1 2 3 4 5. Let's see, what was it, A B C D E, and you see that right here. So that just updates to whatever we want it to be. I was planning on implementing this to try and like get a version of it, but for some reason when it came to the Swift side of things, I had a, what was it, the coding keys. I tried to get it to work whenever I was trying to, what is it called, decode using codable and encodable and all that, but it had a problem decoding the poll session because it said like something was wrong with the classroom ID, or the classroom ID wasn't included. It could possibly be due to the fact of how I had the capitalization on classroom ID, so I messed with that and got this. This was another long shot right here, but it didn't work, so it didn't change anything. Main, that's, where was this under? API requests, there we are. Yeah, when I was trying to decode it, it had issues, and I just kind of eventually ignored it. Where's it at? Content type post, header, encode poll system save. So I would have the poll come in, and then I would modify the poll because I would essentially just create a poll system item, and try and encode it and send it. But for some reason, it didn't like that, and I'll show you the error. And it involved Classroom ID. I got the error before, but I don't know. I'm wondering if it's because it has to send in a body object. But move past that. Move past that. We'll come back around that to when a problem comes up. What other things did I have? Let's go to the API services, API gateway. I mean, so we got display poll. That's the one you see here. Get total post ground report and updated. No, that's not it. So this one is. Let's look at the code for this. So this is modeled somewhat after your poll. This is also, I made a mistake. I did not put another like response level before this, but for some reason I didn't like it. It's just I wanted to edit it, didn't know how, or maybe I messed up before. I wanted to nest it under resources, so this is the link here, and I just sent directly to this instead. It works. This one works well, and I'll show you in the like the database what it looks like and all that in a second. Integration request. Where's it at? Okay, yeah. That, where's the code? Oh wait, I should be looking at functions. Sorry, but this uses my function that is under Lambda. Sorry. It uses post poll post got a response roach. There we go. And this is supposed to take the response and just modify from there. Hold up. I can't see. What is it? What's going on here? I was accidentally hitting keys. So this, I just kept a lot of the same code and just modified some things to help me. So I have the classroom ID and just setting all these equal to each other. Email, body email, setting all equal. Console logging them because it's like helpful to see what the response is. Then I have the classroom ID. Same thing. It's setting everything equal to. I'm setting the table name, response. Is this the correct table name? Classroom ID, email, the vote. Yep. So it's taking the vote, it's taking all this information that you see in another place. And then we're going through, doing the error handling, post poll succeeded, and then does the second task of updating the classroom IDs thing. This shouldn't be COVID-19 anymore. But yeah, I just left it the same because this was copied similar. And I just, the vote, split, join count. So basically just get the count that it was that is being modified. I did this because I don't want to like hard code it or like create several different responses for it. Just when I could have the same code, just adapt it slightly. So it takes so in order to get it like got it count, it just combines it all together and does it here, got it count, and then it takes the value 1 and increases it by 1. So it just increases it by that amount because it should only increase it by that amount in a good situation. Did I just delete something again? Whatever it is, I'm not gonna save it. Let's see. Update params, and then yeah, it updates it. So that worked fairly well. I don't know what the dummy test is. Let's see, configure test events. Yes, that is. This should work if I do it anyway. I don't want to really modify it anymore, but yeah, it gives me the blank response, and if you look at the logs, no errors pop up. It does it fairly cleanly. The biggest loser got it, and it should add another thing for him. I didn't make the identifiers unique or anything like that. I need to do that, or I planned on doing that more detail, but I didn't. Let's see. You see that post request. Let's see the other post request. Post. Oh. This one's also straightforward. This is for when the. Let's go to main.storyboard. When they're entering their name. Oh, did I hit something? I must have typed something. What did I change? Why is it giving error? Oh, there we go. I did that. Yeah, but in main.storyboard, when you enter the room and enter the email, it'll take that information here. Take the classroom ID. It actually doesn't matter yet. I took that. I store this locally first, and the email, and it doesn't count it until it hits the button. It gets the classroom ID, the body count, or got count, lost student count, all that stuff. And it checks it to 0 initially usually, because when you're first creating it, I wanted to check and see if it had a room exactly. That's why I was going to originally do a get request and a get request returned empty array. It didn't quite work out that way. It was quite unfortunate, and that's why it took me. That was an issue I had, and I just decided to like backpedal, like put that in the corner for a while, and just focus on the other post request because I also had a problem encoding that. It did. It works. The encoding works for the response. What is that noise? Did that something happen? I have no clue. Did I hit a shift key? Okay. But yeah, so it goes same code as the other post requests. I have this all commented out just so I can use it as a reference. Yeah. So it does create forms the request. And let's go here. Nope, sorry. And now let's go to the, and that's, so this one is being used on, like, I seen the post request here as well to this link, the first one, to the / poll resource. And this one is the other post request that is used to update the response. So now let's get into the Swift code. Because you know where all the links are going, you know where everything's happening. So let's go to view, create room view controller. So this is the initial landing page. I have it so when the button is clicked, create room, it saves the user email as it takes the text, then saves it to the user email right here. I have initially initialized this. I have a blank poll session here just to make things easier on myself. And we have the poll request. Here, it's sending it to the slash poll. This is the post. This is the get request I originally wanted to do here, where I would have it send it with the Classroom ID. I had just a random one at that point, but I did. For other iterations, I did modify it. I wanted to check and see if the Classroom ID already did exist. And if it would come back. And when I was testing it to try and see like what one I knew existed, it was giving me an error every time. And it's like, oh, it could not encode this properly, blah blah, and it just stagnated the whole app. For this right now, I just had like error or not no error. I just had to get it through because because once you got the name and stuff like that, it was fine. It just was that moment right there that was annoying. So because I got tired of seeing that error and I couldn't fix it and I didn't know why it was happening, I'll show you the error toward the end of the video. After that, it takes you to this view where you have this. I wish I had like written a bit better code so I didn't have to repeat myself every time here. But like it basically is each of the buttons it does a response request. I did not include the each user can only do it once issue. Oh, okay, that was an email. Okay, yeah, yeah. So it takes the count, and I didn't know how to show a graph. I would have liked to show a graph. That graph was pretty neat, and it had like the whole timetable on it. But yeah, so when I run the project, blah, we can enter the room, CCC, email, Michael at gmail.com. Create room, and you see that error right here. For some reason, it doesn't like it. It's like you're right here, classroom ID key. Invalid, missing classroom ID and item, but it does have the thing and item. I don't know why it does says that. It has it. I know it has it because I've put it there. And let's see if we can do some live debugging here. If I'll give it like 1 minute to try this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm just gonna continue on with the demonstration. But yeah, current poll session. So I create the poll, get account. Yeah, it takes the current classroom ID text. It takes that, and it should work, but it doesn't. And I don't know why or where it's going wrong when it's sending it. And yeah, it bothers me a great deal. I should have had it console log the data so I could see what it's wrong with. So like what it is getting, what is the body object getting? It might be something wrong with that. Now that I think back on it, now that I have fresh eyes on it, so I should have examined what body object is exactly being sent. Maybe I could have gotten a better answer. Actually, let's try one thing. Before I lose all hope on this. Where's it at? So I may have gone about the wrong, like had the right idea here, but I may have messed up my execution here. So like, got it. Lost me. Unsure. Classroom ID. Last update. I think I made this mistake once before, but when I had it just like this default, it should have. I don't know why it's not properly translating if it isn't that issue, but like let's reload. If not, I'm just gonna undo this and then keep moving forward. It's having a problem with encoding. Don't know why. So let's do it again. CCC. I didn't click anything, so it should be fine. At gmail.com. Oh my god, it works now. Okay, that was my mistake. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, so that change fixes it. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but okay, I now know why it wasn't working before. So now I can just freely send the request. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so good. So got it. I can then update the count. That's one thing I just said decision made. That's weird. It does that from time to time. I don't know why. I might have something repeated somewhere. But if I go into the DynamoDB, hopefully we should see CCC, 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 C, or whatever. Where we at? Response. Items. CCC. Michael, gmail.com. Lost me. See, now when I can do a GET request, I can now update it. And since that's fixed, I can now modify my code more, but I can't do it now, and I'm out of time. But yeah, I'm just happy that it works the way I wanted it to now. And you see here that the count is updated, lost me count, unsure count. But unfortunately, it does still register each one of these. So for response, it says like, okay, so you've already made a vote. It'll update your vote to the current thing you clicked. But it's still, your poll session will still have like update each count automatically, each request. I would need to like do some code here to prevent that from happening on the front end. But yeah, as you click through, update the count, CCC. Where's it? Poll session. Yeah. CCC now has 2, 1, 2. There's some slight unsyncing here that I need to fix and modify. But overall, I'm very, very, very happy that that one thing fixed it. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm glad I did that little bit of debugging just to test out. I don't know why that didn't come to me before when I was working on it, but now I'm ecstatic that it did. So yeah, no more error. Um, let's see what else. But yeah, no, that's the main functionality. I didn't include everything, but I included what I needed to. CCC, it displays what the current room name is. It sends it back. But yeah, it's for the post request. Yeah, it does this. All right. Thank you for your time. Sorry this video didn't come out as soon as possible, but like here it is. Have a good day. Ooh, that was not the key.